Hello, it's Masood here, and I'll be doing my object-oriented design on my employees test class. And in this one, I will be designing, implementing an application to demonstrate the object-oriented design. So I was to develop an application to allow users to store information on an object or entity. Application could store information on employees or whatever. So I've done mine on employees. And in this I will be having edit, delete, print single and print all, sort out, search for an item, compare two items, copy and save and load start from a text file. And in this one I will also be demonstrating the collection, implement extend, clonable, sort, abstract class, methods and comparator class. So here's my employee class. First of all, I'm just going to run the program and show you what it looks like. So this is my app. So I've employees, and then I've task classes, and then I compare, save and load. So first of all, if we go for option 1, it will ask you to add an employee. So add employee, email, telephone number, so here I will add you your name, and it's going to create a random ID for you, and your email and your telephone number. Then I'm gonna add it an employee. So before we do that, we're just gonna print all the employee list just so we know what we have. So these are all the employees we have at the moment. So we'll go for option 2, edit. So to edit, we can just change any. So if we go for Tony job, sorry, it'll give you option for changing name, telephone number, email. So we click on, we'll just go with name first. So go for Masood is the old name, and new name Masood with capital M. And if we print all them out, it'll be like capital M. Then we are gonna delete an employee, number 3. Delete all employees, employee by ID or employee by name. We don't want to delete all employees yet, just so we can use them. So we'll delete them by name, 3, and we delete with Tony job. And if we print them all out, Tony job is gone. So if we search for an employee, search by name or ID, so we go by name, by Masood, there, let's search for that employee for you. Next thing we're going to do is task. So we add a task. So what's the task name? Working. Enter an existing task leader. So existing task leader, so you can find that out after printing all the task lists out. And I know one is Sinister. And how many teams do you have? I have 1 team. Enter team name, team X. There's a day of due on, so let's say 2nd day of the 3rd month of the 2014, and day of added on, when was that added? So whatever is your current date, so 22 month 08 2014, and date of completed on, so we just say 30 of 08 2014, and then it will ask you status, so completed, on hold, postpone, or cancel. So just say 3 on hold. So that's for adding task. Then we have edit and delete tasks. So before we do that, we just print out all tasks. So these are all the tasks we have. So this is the one we currently created working, and the ID is same as employee, just randomly create one. Then we have number 7 to edit a task. So change task leader or change task name. So we'll just go with the task leader. So enter task leader name. So Sinister. New task leader name. Tom. Print all tasks out. Then we go for delete. Then just delete all the tasks. Then we have search. It works the same as the employee, but we deleted all the tasks, so it won't print anything out. So by task leader, so it's not going to print anything out. There's nothing now. Then we have copy. So 11. So it's copied successful. Then we print the copy. It's not going to print anything out. There is nothing. So if we reset that, it's upgrading all of them. So search for 9. Go by that. So by task leader, Sinister. So it's going to print that out. Then we're going to copy this. Just restart this. Sorry. So copy this, paste it. It's going to paste all them out. Then we have compare to. So it's going to compare to and just tell you if they're same or different, and I will show you what that is. Then we have save to file. So it's saved to a file. So we go to our file. We have employee class here. So employees, it's saved to file. And if we go to load from file, it's going to load them all out from file. And this is just employees, so and exit this out. So I just go behind the code now for this. So first of all, we'll just go by them with the row. So we have our normal dates. So we have comparable class. We get the calendar dates and print out to string in a format. Then compare to and add days in the calendar. Then we go to our employee class. So we have our default constructor and full constructor and all the getters and setters. Then we have this here unique ID. It's going to create a unique random ID for your employees. String, and this is to read and write to file. So it's going to read all that from file and write all these to a file. Then we go to employee store. So it's pretty much we have your variables, constructor, getters and setters. Then we have print the headings in the format and print the other headings in format. Then we have print name. So it's going to print out the name when you search for a name. Print ID. So it's going to print out the ID. Change name for edit name. Change number for edit number. Change email. And if the employee is registered or not. So it's just going to display print out. the employee doesn't exist, and find index of employee. So it's going to search for employee and find where it is. Just employee, so it gets the location and gets the employee location as well. So ID and employee, delete employee. So it's going to delete all the employees. Then we have delete employees, so it's going to delete them by the name inputted. Then we have delete by whatever the ID is input. Then we have all this to save to file and read from file. So it's going to save it into a file using random access file stream and load them. Then we go to our main app, just a simple main app. So menu start. Then this is our menu here. Before we go to menu, I just show you menu validation. So I have my display main menu, a sub menu for employees like edit, delete, and search. Same for tasks. Then we have input for scanner inputs. Then we go to our menu. So we have our static employees list, scanner, and save file. I don't think we need them. Then we have array list of teams and array list for string. Then we have string file name and random access stream for reading and writing to files. Then we have our employee populate, and then we have task population as well. So first of all, add person. It's going to go to add person here. So enter your name, email, telephone number, and add it to your employee class. Go back here, we go to option number 2. So it's going to go for location of employee. So when you search for employee, that goes in your employee store and search for your employee. And then we will go to sub, choice employee, and it will just look for validation, edit employee, edit telephone number, or edit email. So that's for your edit. So if you're going to edit the name, it's going to change the name in the employee store. So if we go back up here, number 3. So it's pretty much edit name. So in this one, we're just gonna delete employees. So it's gonna delete employees by name, by ID, and remove it. And then we go back up here, option number 4, and that is your search for employee. So search by name or search by their ID. That's for employees. And then we print all employees. So here we have print out heading and print all the employees. And that's just for employees printouts. And this is part 1. And there'll be part 2 of the video on the description anyway, so click on that. I'll see you in part 2.